Have you ever noticed how some people work like prisoners and still never get rich, while others, who don't even seem that smart, rise like rockets and suddenly become millionaires? The truth is, you're trapped in an invisible battlefield. And no, it's not about lack of effort, it's about lack of internal permission.
You don't allow yourself to be rich because deep down, there's a voice whispering, "This life isn't for me." And here's the craziest part, that belief isn't even yours.
It was
Implanted.
They made you believe that wealth is only for a select few, that you should settle for stability, a fixed salary, and so-called security. And the most tragic part, you believed it.
But today, right here, that ends.
Because I'm going to show you that believing you can be a millionaire is much easier than you think.
There's nothing magical about it.
It's about method, mindset, and decision.
Because those who choose to keep thinking like the poor
Are choosing to stay slaves. And the wolf
was never born for the cage.
breaking the illusion, the virus of controlled merit you grew up hearing, that hard work leads to success. Right. A beautiful lie.
But still,
A lie. The truth is, the wealth game doesn't start with physical effort, it starts with mental permission. And that's exactly where the system beats you. It trains you to be productive, obedient, punctual, but never bold.
never mentally rich. Because what scares those who run the game isn't the poor man who works hard, it's the poor man who thinks big. Here's what you need to understand. You don't have a capability problem. You have a virus called controlled merit. This virus tells you that in order to be a millionaire, you need luck, inheritance, or genius level intelligence.
But what no one told you is this: believing you can be a millionaire is easier than you think. It doesn't require a degree. It doesn't require social validation. It only requires one thing: a choice. To stop repeating the script of scarcity.
And start writing your.
Oh, you know what the rich do differently?
They give themselves permission to believe. Before they have the money, they build the identity. And identity can't be bought, it must be claimed.
Truth exposed. Reality obeys those WHO assert themselves want to know why you still feel stuck, even though you study, work, and push yourself.
Because deep down, you still don't believe you were born for wealth.
You're trying to get rich with a survival mindset. And here's the brutal truth. Reality doesn't respond to your exhaustion, it responds to your level of identity. The rich think differently because they see themselves differently.
They don't wake up thinking, will I be able to pay them?
Bills?
They wake up asking, what's the next asset I'll take control of? See the difference?
While you're still repeating things like, money doesn't bring happiness, or health is what really matters, they're programming their subconscious with, I deserve abundance.
I create value, I dominate the game. And guess what happens? The brain, just a biological computer, accepts that code and delivers behavior to match.
Meanwhile, you're stuck, running an outdated scarcity program that keeps whispering, if I want too much, I'll lose everything. Enough. Whoever controls your mind controls your bank account. And the first step to flipping the game is permission.
When you give yourself permission to believe, your environment starts to shift. The right people show up.
The ideas flow. The drive kicks in.
And it's not luck, it's alignment between who you believe you are and who you're about to become. Strategic example. The day he decided to become a millionaire, let me tell you the story of an ordinary guy.
No inheritance, no connections, no Harvard MBA. He worked at a tire repair shop, got paid daily, and walked with his shoulders down like he was carrying the weight of the world. Until one day, during his break, covered in grease, he heard a phrase that changed everything. You'll only become rich when you stop thinking like someone who's poor. That hit him deep.
In that moment, he
understood. What was holding him back wasn't a lack of money, it was the character he was playing. And that day, he made a simple decision. From now on, I'll act like someone who's already won. He changed his tone of voice,
straightened his posture,
started dressing better, making eye contact, saying no. He began studying at night, setting goals, and thinking in terms of multiplication instead of survival. And you know what happened?
At first, the world pushed back. People mocked him, tested him, doubted him. But as the old Wolf's Code says, when you believe with conviction, the world bends. Today, that man doesn't just have financial freedom.
He carries something greater, the identity of someone who doesn't ask for permission to succeed.
And it all began with one inner choice, one quiet decision. I can be a millionaire.
And it's easier than I thought. Break free from your domesticated self now. That you understand belief is the first step. Let me ask you a direct question. Are you ready to bury the defeated character they taught you to be?
because pretending to be humble while suffocating your own potential
is cowardice.
You weren't born to push buttons, follow orders, or live off leftovers.
You were born with the code of creation.
And creating wealth begins with inner courage. But here's the warning no one gives you. Change is scary.
Freedom
Demands. You'll lose friends, upset family members, and come off as arrogant to those with limited minds. But that's all part of the process, because to become a wolf,
you must leave the domesticated pack behind.
so repeat after me out loud or in your mind, but with conviction. I can be a millionaire.
And it's easier than I thought. This isn't just motivation, it's a code. And if you repeat it with intention, your mind will begin to scan for paths you couldn't even see before. Because those
Who believe?
create, and those who doubt obey.
If you've made it this far, you already know this space isn't just about money, it's about recognizing what holds you back and activating what drives you forward.
Here, we speak straight.
No filters, because you deserve to hear what no one ever told you. If this message stirred you, made you reflect, or even just poked something deep inside, hit that subscribe button.
Every time you return, you will find insights that challenge your mind and
Strengthen your vision for the future. Drop a comment below saying, I have a millionaire mind.
that way I'll know you're the type who sees things through and that you're ready for your next breakthrough. And if this video resonated with you, leave a like, not out of obligation, but because the exchange here was real.
And that's worth more than numbers.
There's a video right here that builds on this message.
Click it and stay with me.
The conversation isn't over yet.